Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Damas Prasetya. I'm from Development Economic Rumble D. Now I want to read a book titled Mockingbird.
Chapter 1 Devon Chess. It looks like a one-winged bird crouching in the corner of our living room. Her, trying to fly every time the heat pump turns on with a click and groan and blows cold air onto the sheet and leave it up, and it flutters for just a moment and then falls down again, still there. They cover it with a grey sheet so I can't see it, but I know it's there, and I can still draw it. I take my crocodile pencil and copy what I see. A grey squarish thing that almost as tall as me, with only one wing. Underneath the sheet is Devon Eagle's Scout project. It's a chess that and Devon are making so he'll be ready to teach other Boy Scouts how to build a chess. I feel around the sheet just to be sure his chest is underneath. It's cold and hard and stiff on the outside and cavernous on the inside. My dictionaries say cavernous means filled with the cavities or hollow areas. That's what's on the inside of different chest. Hollow areas. On the outside is the part of looks like a bird broken wing because the sheet hangs off of it loosely. Under the sheet is a piece of wood that's going to be the door once that and Devon finish the chest. Except now, I don't know how they can. Now that Devon is gone, the bird will be trying to be fly but never getting anywhere. Just falling and falling, falling and falling. The gray of outside is inside. Inside the living room, inside the chest, inside me, it's a gray that turning on a lamp is too sharp and it hurts. So the lamps are off, but it's still too bright. It should be black inside, and that's what I want. So I put my head under the sofa cushion, where the green plaid fabric smells like that sweet and Devon soft. And my popcorn and the cushion feels soft and heavy on my head, and I push deeper so my shoulder and chest can get under it too. And there's a weight on me that holds me down and keeps me from floating and falling and falling and falling like a bird. Chapter 2 Look at the person. Kathleen did say, the whole town is upset by what happened. They want to help. How? They want to be with you, talk to you, take you places. I don't want to be with them or talk to them or places with them. He sighed. They want to help you deal with life, Kathleen, without Devon. I don't know what this means, but the people come to our house. I wish I could hide in the Devon's room, but I'm not allowed in theirs now. Not since the day our life fell apart and Dad slammed the front door shut and put his head against it and cried and said no, 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 no. So I can go to my hidey hole in the Devon's room anymore and I miss it. I try to hide in my room and draw, but Dad comes and gets me. There are so many voices in our house. Voices from Devon's boys, Scott troop. I recognize their green pants. Then the nice things they say about Devon. Voices is relative. Dad introduced me to them. He says, you remember? And then he say a name. I say, no, because I don't remember. He said to look at the person, so look quickly at a nose and or a mouth or an ear, but I still don't remember. One voice say, I'm your second cousin. Another say, wasn't a beautiful memorial service? Another say, I love your drawings. You're a very talented artist. Will you draw something for me? One even says, aren't you lucky to have so many relatives? I don't feel lucky, but they keep coming. Relatives we hardly saw when Devon was here, so how can they help? Never like the man who yelled at Devon to get off his lawn. How can he help? People from schools, Mr. Brooke, my counselor, Miss Harper, and principal. All my teachers since kindergarten, except my real fifth grade teacher because she left after what happened at Devon school. I don't get it because nothing but happened at James Madison Elementary School, so why did she have to leave? Now Mrs. Jensen is my teacher. She didn't even know Devon except she watched him play basketball, she said twice. I've watched the LA Lakers play more than twice. I don't try to help them. Kathleen, if you ever want to talk about what happened, you just let me know, Mrs. Jensen says. That's what Mr. Brooke is for, I tell her. Maybe we could all sit down together. Why? So we know where you're coming from. I look around the living room and stare at a sheet covered chest. I come from here. I'm sorry. I mean, so we all know how you're feeling. Oh, Mrs. Brooke knows how I'm feeling, so you can find out from her. I would be superfluous. My dictionary say superfluous mean exceeding what is sufficient or necessary. I just thought it would be nice and to take some time and to sit and chat. I shake my head. Superfluous also means marked by wastefulness. Well, okay then, she says. I suppose I can talk with Mrs. Brooke. Mrs. Brooke says you can talk with her anytime because her door is always open. I tell Mrs. Johnson. Actually, it's always closed, but if you knock, then she remembered to open it. Thank you, Kathleen. She doesn't move. This means she's waiting for me to say something. I hate that. It makes my underarms prickle and get wet. I almost start sucking my sleeve like I do at recess, but then I remember. You're welcome. As I say, she moved away. I got it. I go to the refrigerator and put my smiley face sticker on my chart under your manners. 7 more, and I get to watch a video. When I turn away from the fridge, I see a puffy blue marshmallow wall in front of me. It smells of apple cinnamon, pop tarts, and bread noisily. It's another neighbor or relative. I don't know which. Her hands are shaking. One hand has a tissue, and the other hand she holds out to me. There's a white circle in it. Would you like this candy? I don't know. I have never had her candy before, so I don't know if I'll like it. But I like just about every candy in the galaxy. I don't like being trapped by the puffy blue wall like this stuff. Take it, she say, and push it into my hand. So I take it just to get her hand off of mine because her hand is squishy and flabby and makes me feel sick. Have another, she say. I take it quickly so I won't feel her hand again. She tried to pat my head with the candy hand, but I ducked. I run and hide behind that and eat the candy. They are mints. I wish they were gummy worm because that's my favorite, but I deal with it. The good thing is I can't talk with my mouth is full because that's rude, so if I keep my mouth full, I can be in my own Kathleen world. When I finish the candy, I still don't want to talk, so I push my head under the dead sweater and feel warmth of his chest as he breathes up and down, and I smell his Gillette Cool Wave antiperspirant and deodorant. He doesn't even say, "No, Kathleen," and pull me out. He lets me stay there and pats my head through the sweater. If it's through the sweater, I don't mind. Otherwise, I don't like anyone to touch me. Dad talks to the world outside the sweater and his voice makes a low hummy favorite feel. I close my eyes and wish I could stay here forever.